Hello again. All right, we should have our controls going so that we run into walls and can't go through them. And our mouse should make our guy point where we point. Now we're going to make him so that he can shoot. So we need a separate sprite for that. So you can click the paintbrush if you'd like to draw your own. I'm just going to go quick, so I'm just going to choose a filled in circle. I'm just going to make some sort of bright. I'll zoom in so I can see the center better. And I'm going to make some sort of bright dot. I'm going to go corner to corner in that middle square. So I get the center right about where the center should be. And you won't see it until you get out of the script, until you stop editing it, and then you'll see it. Maybe I'll give them names, so I'll call this the player. And I'll call that other one bullet, I guess, or shot, maybe. I think before in the other example I called it the tongue of flame. You can call it whatever you want. And that's what you'll shoot. But this main one, we're going to hide it right away. So in its, make sure you select it on it, and then in its scripts, make sure it hides right away. Because we're not going to use that one. We're going to use clones of that sprite. So in control, we can tell it that when I start as a clone, so when I press the fire button, when I click the mouse, it should create a clone. And that clone should do some things. It should first go to where the character is, so it sort of comes out of his gun. Go to player. Then we're going to make him point in the direction that the player is pointing. So we're going to pull out the point and direction. And to figure out where the player is pointing, we have to go to the sensing drawer. And we can find this, we can pull it out, this one, and we can make it say direction of player. It's called X position of whatever the last thing you made is. So I'll put that there. The left corner of that block goes in. And now, if I created a clone, it would go to my guy and point wherever my guy is pointing. So then, once it knows where it's pointing, I can tell it to go. So it will be hidden because it's a clone of the original, and my original will be hidden. So after it goes to where it's supposed to go, it'll show. The clone will. Then it should repeat until touching the wall. So I'll go to the control, repeat until, and then we'll see in sensing when it's touching the wall, or the edge, sorry. And we'll just tell it to move. So I'm going to go to control to test that out. I'm going to click create clone of myself. And it shoots out of his barrel. It starts from inside the guy. I think that's okay. But if you want to make it so that it doesn't start inside of the character, have it move a few steps before it shows. So it'll point in that direction. I'm going to make it move 25 steps before it even becomes visible. Then it will start a little bit further along. So I'm going to click create clone again. And it looks like it comes from the barrel. That looks good. So all I have to do is say, I guess, we'll go to the player script now. And we'll let the player control when you shoot. So we'll pull out the create clone of, only from the player, it's not going to be myself, it's going to be of the shot that we create a clone of. And we need to check to see if we're pressing, if the mouse is being pressed. So it's called mouse down in the sensing drawer. I'll put that in there. If I just throw that in anywhere at the very bottom, then I can shoot. Oh, I should go back to the shot here and see how they're getting stuck. All the clones, they don't know when to go away. So repeat until touching edge in the shot sprite. Once that is done, once it touches the edge, it'll stop doing that. And then it should delete the clone. So in control, put in the delete this clone. And now if I restart, they should stop after they hit the wall. That's a pretty good gun. Okay, and the next one we'll finish it. We're gonna have to keep this guy from getting stuck in the walls when I start. But in the next one we'll make the zombies.